Hey everyone, Joe here with another edition of The Little Things, where we take time to appreciate the small details and neat little touches that are charming and often overlooked as part of the bigger picture of games. Today we're going to be looking at 4 very beloved games and one that's criminally underrated, so off we go. Ducktales for the NES is a landmark game, an icon for Capcom's incredible work on Disney games during the 8-bit era. The game is still held in a very high regard today for many reasons. Its solid controls, great level design, and incredible music. One of the neat little touches that makes me smile, though, is the little dance Scrooge does at the end of each stage. It's just his walking animation, but someone on the team thought, hey, let's have him dance after he beats a boss. There's no reason for it to be there, but it's cute and it's fun. The Donkey Kong Country trilogy is definitely deserving of its place in the pantheon of SNES platformers, with Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest arguably the best of the 3. Diddy and Dixie make a great team, and the game is full of tight platforming that only the geniuses at Rare could have dreamed up. Rare is a charming studio full of charming folks who make charming games, and there's neat little things in just about everything they've ever put out, but I love how in the Beehive levels, when Dixie is clinging to the wall slathered with honey, if you leave her idle, she'll start eating it. Diddy doesn't partake in the honey for whatever reason, so it was a conscious decision to only have Dixie indulge her sweet tooth. When I play this level, I like to stop on the honey walls because it just kinda makes me smile. Final Fantasy VII, a masterpiece of a game that put JRPGs on the map in North America, featuring a somber story, foul-mouthed characters, and some really dark themes. And it's also really goofy in certain places. It's always nice when games kind of break the fourth wall, but in Final Fantasy VII's tutorial room, I always get a kick out of when Cloud is introduced to the finger that points out where he is on the screen, so players don't lose track of him on the big pre-rendered backgrounds. Finger? What the hell? Is something we say pretty often in my house to this day. Something tells me this isn't gonna make it into the remake. When you think of charming games, EarthBound is pretty high on the list. It's a game that's pretty much composed entirely of little things. I could do an entire episode on just EarthBound, and maybe I will someday, but one of my favorite little things is the sound of Pokey's knock at the beginning of the game. It just sounds really funny. I mean, there's kind of a musical quality to it, but it's also impatient and rude sounding. It's also funny when he just kind of busts in. Finally, I want to talk about one of the best, most underrated games on the Wii, A Boy and His Blob. It's a colorful, heartwarming adventure that's far better than the NES game it's based on, and if you have a Wii, you desperately need this in your library. The best part though, the game has a hug button. They dedicated a button just to hugging your little blob pal. It's adorable, and the little snuggle noise is just the best, and if you don't smile and feel the warm fuzzies when you do this, I don't know what to say about you. Honestly, I think every game should have a hug button. Think about how a hug button would improve like Pokemon or Animal Crossing or Doom. So that's all for this episode. Be sure to let me know some of your favorite little things in the comments below, and they could wind up in a future episode. So until next time, remember to love games, love yourselves, and love each other. See ya!